Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. And somebody sent me this drawing and then they want these points sharpened. I don't know if they drew this by hand, but it is a line and it is got a few problems that I would fix before I started doing that, like right here. These two lines aren't meeting, so you could match those up. And I would actually fix it right now. I'd go to my Windows, Dockers, Join Curves, and I would shift select both lines and then grab that and go join curves, and now you have one. It can't be off because you can move it and it's still there, because you're gonna maybe need to move some of this red stuff. But to do a pointed line, you got round end caps at least on this end, and then this is like a double. I'm not 100% sure, but what we're going to have to do is turn this from a line into an object. And I'm going to try to think of another way to do it so you won't have to do all of this every time. But when we got an object, you've got these two nodes. And if you select them, well, and then take the shift, deselect them, or select them with the shift tool, well, you're getting all three. But just select one at a time and delete them. You're going to have to manipulate this line to make it sharp each time. That's going to be a lot of work. I don't know that it'll even work on the corner. You know, we do have, he he drew this, looks like by hand. Let's try to delete just a couple of nodes, see what happens. No, I'm really messing it up. But you could move that node over there, possibly delete this node now. Then you have an area and click on that. And he does have this node on a cusp because you only want to move at a time. But that would be a shame to have to do that for every point. But one advantage to it, you know, I don't know if, let's just do one. And because it's a symmetrical drawing on the other side. So you'd only have to do one side. And I think, well, so let's say we're all good and let's delete those nodes. And I don't know how sharp he wants them. The corners really can't be. But the good thing about it, see, there's the picture I sent him, one. And all those are connected. Well, that's fine. We can delete all of that. Matter of fact, you grab all this and Control G and group it, Control D and duplicate it, and then mirror it, holding down the control button after you start moving it, and get it in position wherever you want. Now at least you have sharp, and I kind of messed that one up. You'd have to play with that before you do it. And because I've grouped it together, you're going to have to go to Object and ungroup it before you can use your Shape tool. But you could make that look better. You could even actually bring the inside down. And then you would just have to duplicate it back. And he had all these points that he wanted done, but some of them, you can't really do anything about that. Let's try the other side now that I got it ungrouped. I don't think you can make a sharp point out of a turn. Maybe, no, because you're going to mess up the line. And you'd really put in a lot more work than you'd want to put in. Of course, and then you could always move the second line, but I think well, that doesn't look too bad. But then you got to, watch out what you do like up in here. I don't think I'm helping him at all, but I'm giving it a try. Because now I can't go back to his email and figure out, what did he want? I think he wanted this sharp. That might be able to be sharpened, but not really. You know, you could maybe bring it, not at this point thickness of a line. You know, it's at, you know, if we look at the line thickness, it's 10 pixels. I don't work in pixels. If you go to 1, look how sharp it is. Wow, sharp. But if you go back to those 10 pixels, it's not going to be, you know, if you go to 25 pixels, it's going to be a blunt edge. It almost has to be. But anyway, doing half of it and then mirroring it over would save you a lot of work once you got it the way you wanted it. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.